Welcome to C++ video lectures. In this lecture we are going to study about functions. But before starting, I would like to suggest you to turn on the full screen mode by clicking on full screen button situated at bottom right corner of this YouTube video. Talking about function, what is a function? Function is a block of statements that perform a task of some kind. It is like hiring a person to do a specific job. What is the main use of function? The main use of function is reusability of code. For example, if in a program I need to calculate area of square at 4 different places, so instead of writing code to calculate area of square at 4 different places, I can make a function and I can write the coding, that is the code to calculate area of square just once inside that function, and I can call that function at 4 different places. So this saves a lot of time and programming space. What is the process of writing function in C++ language? We need to declare the function first. Function declaration. Inside function declaration, you need to specify the return type. If our function is returning an integer value, use int as return type. If our function is not returning any value, use void. Suppose our function is not returning any value, we will use void. And after that, name of function, you can give any name of function. There is no hard and fast rule. You can give any name. Say I am giving area of square, and inside the brackets you need to specify the parameter. That is, we know that for calculating area of square we need side of square, so you can write int. Since the side of square we know can be an integer value, so you can use int. And writing variable name with this int is optional in function declaration, so I'm skipping this part. So close the bracket and semicolon. And this function declaration is usually done before the main function. After that we have to call that function, calling of function. This is done by writing name of function, which is area of square in this case, and inside bracket you can pass any number, say 5. So this is the side of square, that is the user has entered 5 and he wants to calculate area of square whose side is 5. So this 5, this thing is passed over here. The third part is function definition, and this is the most important part since the actual coding of function takes place inside function definition. Here also we need to specify the return type followed by function name, which is area of square, and inside this int, and here we have to write variable name. It's not optional here. Here we can write any variable name. Say I am writing s, and inside curly braces I am declaring one variable int y, and y is equal to s into s cout y. The user has entered 5 as side of square, so this 5 would be passed here, that is s is equal to 5. Now I have declared an integer variable y, and I have written y is equal to s into s, that is 5 into 5, which is equal to 25. So y is 25, so it will print 25. We know that area of square with side 5 is 25. Now I'm going to make a small program in developer C++, so please turn on the full screen mode. Include, this is a small program I'm going to do. Here I'm not going to pass any value, and after this program is over I will make another program. In that I will pass some values. Include iostream, include conio.h using namespace std. Now we have to declare the function. Say I am declaring two function, void India, void USA. Since in this function we do not have to calculate area of square or volume, so we do not need any side or whatever, so I have left this thing empty. I've already told you in this program I'm not going to pass anything. This is just a simple example of using functions in C++ language. So main function. Now I'm going to call these functions India, USA. get ch so that output window does not close. So declaration and calling is over. Now we need to define the function. This is the most important part. Void India. Inside curly braces I am printing, inside new lines I am from India, parenthesis close, void USA. This is the second definition that is a definition of second function. See out, inside new lines I am from USA. So inside main function, India function is called first, so the control would be transferred here, and we know that this function is printing I am from India, so I am from India would be printed. Similarly, USA function is called over here, the control would be transferred here, and I am from USA would be printed. So compile the program, control F9. There you go, zero errors. Run the program, control F10. You can see on your output screen I am from India and I am from USA is printed. Suppose I need to print I am from India 3 times. So instead of writing I am from India 3 times, I can call this function 3 times, India and India. Here the first function is called, that is India is called, the control is transferred here, and I am from India is printed. Similarly again the control is transferred here, I am from India is printed. Then again the control is transferred here, I am from India is printed. And after that USA function is called, so the control is transferred here and I am from USA is printed. So it will print I am from India 3 times, and after that it will print I am from USA. This is the main part of function, that is the reusability of code. The main application of function is the reusability of code. So I am implementing that application, that is I am calling function 3 times and I am from India is printed 3 times. This is reusability of code, since I'm not writing I am from India 3 times. So run the program, compile the program, control F9. There you go, zero errors. Run the program. You can see on your output screen I am from India is printed 3 times and I am from USA. So I hope this example is clear to you. Now I'm going to make a program in which I will also pass some values. So include the header files first. Include conio.h using namespace std and void sum int. I have written int twice here, since we know that for finding sum we need to have two numbers, so those two numbers would be integers, and I have written int twice followed by semicolon. After that write void difference and int. There you go, void difference. So I have declared two functions, sum and difference, and two parameters are there, int and int. There you go. After that main function, and I'm calling these two functions. Sum, suppose I need to calculate sum of 5 and 10, so pass sum 5 comma 10 and semicolon, and I need to calculate difference of 10 comma 8. So we know that sum of 5 and 10 is 15, difference of 10 and 8 is 2. Get ch so that output window does not close. Now function definition part, void sum. You can give any variable name, say int a, int b. This is the sum function. I can have any variables c. So this 5 is passed over here, that is a is equal to 5, and 10 is b, that is b is equal to 10. So write c is equal to a plus b. We know that a is 5, b is 10, so c is 15. C out, c. Similarly function definition for difference function: int a, int b. You can have any number, say int d. D is equal to a minus b. Here a is 10 and b is 8. So 10 minus 8, d is equal to 2. See out d. So the sum is 5. The sum of 5 and 10 is 15, and the difference of 10 and 8 is 2. So it should print 15 and 2. So compile the program, control F9. There you go. 0 errors. Run the program, control F10. You can see on your output screen 15 and 2 is printed. If you want this 2 to be printed on next line, just add new line character before this. There you go. Compile the program, control F9. 0 errors. Run the program. You can see 15 and 2 are printed on different lines. So I hope this passing of parameters, like here we have passed 5 and 10, and in the next function we have passed 10 and 8, this thing is clear to you. In next lecture also we will study some more features about function. You can also download this video from my website sites.google.com/site/pl lectures. So that is what we have got for today. Till next lecture, goodbye, take care.